This is Touhou Koukishin Adventures of Scarlet Curiosity, also known as Dat Remilia Game. It's made by a circle called Ankake Spa, which is the same people who made Yo-Yo Kengeki Muso, or Dat Yomu Game. This is the menu. There aren't many options. You can go down to volume, and you can adjust the volume. That's about it. There's also new game, continue, save states. Save states are basically save games. Continue will just pick up from wherever you left off because the game kind of keeps a continuous saved state from wherever you left off. For now, we're going to start a new game. We're going to start a game as Remilia. You can play as Remilia and Sakuya, and I'll be showing both of those, kinda. So now we're in control. I kind of like there's a coffin on Remi's bed because I don't know why it's there. Because she's a vampire, I guess. So you get your regular kind of like a little combo here. Physical attacks. You can jump. And with Remilia, when you jump, you can jump and then you just fall. But if you hold the jump button, you flutter down all daintily like. Also, like in Kengeki Muso, you get skills. You get a couple skills. You get 2 skills buttons this time. I only have like 2 little skill spears. Not really spheres in this game. They're kind of like diamonds, but whatever. Only get 2 skill rompuses. And you also get spell cards. You get more skills in this game than you do in Kengeki Muso. And you can switch between them if you come into the menu, go to skill selection. Right now, we've only got the 2 and 1 spell card. As we keep playing and leveling up and whatever, we'll end up getting more of those. So each one of these slots here is assigned to a different button. There's also equipment. This game has a kind of loot game aspect to it that we'll get into a little bit later. There's also newspapers. You'll get these as the game goes on. They're kind of like little side bits for the story. Right now it's a giant shadow spotted in the mountains, and Remilia wants to know what it is because she's bored, so she's looking for shit. That's pretty much what's going on right now. That's about it. There's nothing really much to do in this room. We can't leave. Guess we'll have to walk up to these newspapers and read them. Oh, here we go. The adventure begins. So, this game is a lot prettier than Kekkei Musou by a pretty large margin, sort of. Oh, there's our first weapon. So, you equip your weapon by going to equipment selection. Top slot is your weapon. Then you can equip these sharp claws, and they add value to your values. So basically, like every other loot game ever, just pick whichever one has the highest values, whichever one gives you bigger numbers. That's what I always do. First slot's your weapon, second slot's your armor, and the third slot is your accessory. We don't have any of those things yet, so we can't really do anything with those slots. Also, we have more newspapers now. This game's a lot prettier. It's got a lot more lighting effects and stuff going on in it, which makes it look a lot prettier. For the most part, it looks pretty much the same, though, with regards to like the textures and some of the assets and stuff, which makes sense, because the same people made it. Also, Remilia gets this little vampire dive thing, which is kind of neat. If you use it a lot, you can actually go through areas pretty quickly, and I've straight up seen people do like speed runs, where they just use Remilia and this little vampire dive like exclusively just to get around, because, you know, it's faster. They also turn the graphics way down to make the game look like shit because it's faster. So in this game, those yellow pots over here, they don't do anything. There's no skill orbs in this game. Or at least not like they were in the Yomu game. Got a new piece of equipment. Are any of these better than the sharp claws I have now? This sharp claw is better than the sharp claw I already have equipped. And now we're getting into the loot game aspect of this. So I'm not too crazy about loot games because it just kind of seems like you're just at the will of the random number generator, and it doesn't matter how uniquely named an item is. There's always going to be another one that comes around that's like a slightly higher level that's way better than it because it doesn't have those higher numbers. Sometimes it does something special, but usually you're just going to get rid of it later on, so it doesn't actually matter. Not that there are a lot of unique things in this game, but it goes by the same kind of like, oh, here's your white items, which are normal. Here's your yellow items, which are like a little bit more special. Oh, here's a purple item, it's a super item, but like you're still going to get rid of it if you see another item with higher numbers. Also, this accessory gives us another skill orb, kind of thing. Skill goes by value in this game, as opposed to like a collectible sort of thing, like it did in Kekkei Musou. So certain items will just give you a bigger skill bar, basically. So right now I'm fighting a bunch of monsters. There's new monsters. There's a wolf. There's that wolf is new. This game's also got a leveling system. It's not a leveling system the same way that there was in Kekkei Musou. Kekkei Musou also had a leveling system, but it was kind of different in that it was score based. Here it's like a more traditional kind of system where it's experience based. Every time you level up, some of your stats go up, but I got a new item, so I gotta equip that. Does it have a higher number? Nope. So as we go through the game and we level up some more, eventually we'll start unlocking new skills and stuff that we can use. A lot of the later skills are a little better than what we got now, so that'll be great when that happens. Now I want to talk about how pretty this game is. There's little speckles of light on the ground, little speckles, little shadows, and that's because there's little flies around the light. It's just like these tiny little lighting touches, like a lot of lighting tricks going on here that make this game look very pretty. And that's kind of good and kind of bad, and I'll get into that a little later. for right now, I think it's best if I just focus on the adventure. We're heading for the Misty Lake because that might be where Membe might be, if I'm pronouncing that right. I can't even remember now. If you don't know what that is, it's like a cryptid that's basically supposed to be like a surviving dinosaur in Africa. That's the gist of it, really. So there's these little things that enemies sometimes drop. They look like bags. You see them come out of the treasure chest. Those are dropped items. That's your loot. Your loot items. The pots, they serve the same purpose they did in Kekemuso. So there you go. If you're ever in need of healing, just break a pot. Also, just like in Kekemuso, you can attack a bullet, and that'll get rid of the bullet for you, so you won't get hit by enemy bullets. Oh, that's a purple item. That's probably better, right? It's kind of better. Let's equip it. There's some mushrooms here. I can't let those mushrooms go. And I'm not gonna bother getting that item. I'm just gonna move right on ahead. These crows are still in the game. So, I was trying to look at this fairy, because for a second there, it looked like the fairy had no face, but it actually does. If you look carefully enough, it's got these little anime equal sign dot eyes turned on like an equal sign turned on its side. Little anime dot eyes. That's the fairy face. So now, if we go this way, onto that little, Sibo type thing, I don't know what you'd call that, you'll fight a boss. But if you come this way, you'll find a chest. And this chest has an item in it. Is that a good item? I guess so. It gave me bigger numbers. That means it's a good item, I guess. I don't know why that newspaper's there. Well, off to go fight a boss now. So, Luna Child here is our first boss, kind of. She's not really a boss, though. She's more like a sort of mini-boss type thing. She's not that hard, consequently. She's just kind of like a stronger type of fairy. Because she is just a stronger kind of fairy. As a boss, she's not really tough. She doesn't have any real spell cards or anything. She just kind of has her own little patterns. When she pauses, which she'll do periodically, you can just go in and wail on her. I always like to finish with a spell card. So now we're in the Scarlet Dev Mansion, but it's all messed up! So, Scarlet Dev Mansion is pretty wrecked, so now basically this game's plot is starting. I should beat up all these level 3 fairies so that I could be level 3 or wherever my level is right now. Or whatever it will be. Can't go through this door. There's Mei Ling, but I'm not gonna talk to her quite yet. I want to look around first. Look around at this Scarlet Devil Mansion. Nothing in that pot. Break that pot, there's health in that pot. If you stand close to these little railing bits, you can actually see the rest of the mansion because the camera will pan towards it. Don't get hit by those fairies, though. They're kind of annoying. I really like this game a little bit because they kind of went out of their way. Well, not really, but like they kind of made it look really nice. I'm not sure if they're using some kind of new engine or if they kind of revamped whatever they used to make the Yomu game. But in either case, it looks really nice. If we come this way, we can go in this room, and then we're going to be back in Remi's room. I don't know why you'd come back in here, because there isn't really anything to do here, so I guess I'm going right back out. Okay, that was fun. Also, if we come this way, there's another little place here. I can go down the stairs. There's no fairies or anything to attack here. But there's this door over here, and yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. So you know what, I guess I will talk to Mei Ling. This game also has a world map. That's pretty neat. Kakekimusa didn't have a world map. Before we go anywhere, though, let's go back to the library, because there's something really important at the library that we have to do. The important thing we have to do at the library is talk to Patchy, and the reason we have to talk to Patchy is because, well, she's our memory card. When you talk to Patchy, you can pick from one of a few save slots. I'm gonna pick save slot number 2.